Say twin, it's that Hellboy, man. Daryl 300. I'm back. Made a video earlier today. Well, technically yesterday, because at the moment it's 2:35 in the morning. You can see that. Woke up and decided this is a perfect time to do my scary stories, man. You know I fuck with my horror stories. And if you read the title, which you should've, because that shit should've made you click on the video. You already know what we getting into, man. OnlyFans horror stories. I don't know how, you know what I'm saying, the OnlyFans shit could be scary, because when I think of OnlyFans, never mind, but shit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Actually, this is my channel, nigga. I'm gonna say what I want. When I think of OnlyFans, I'm thinking of bad bitches, Instagram models. I ain't thinking of nothing really ugly, so I don't know how this shit gonna scare me. Unless like a fat bitch doing it. That shit kind of scary. I don't know. Nah, I'm just playing. I love everybody. Fat. I'm skinny as hell. You could be fat, skinny. I hate muscular niggas though. They think they so cool. Ain't they so like? You think you the shit, huh? Oh, I've been to a million. I'm 6'5". But yeah, man, we finna get straight into this video. If you seen this during the daytime and you having a bad day, you not no more. If you had a bad day, I'm finna make your night better. And I love you, man. You, yes, you, nigga. No homo. Damn, stop making it gay, bro. I just love you. You my nigga, bro. Unless you a bad bitch, then. You know what I'm saying? I love you, baby, but nah, I'm joking. Kinda. But yeah, man, we finna get straight into the vid. Even though I said that earlier and didn't get straight into the vid. And like the video, bro. Let's see if we can get 2 likes on this video. 2 likes, that's all I'm asking. If I can get 2 likes, shit, I'm good. And if you see me at 2 likes already, fuck it. Get off the video, don't even like it. That's all I want, bro, 2 likes. But yeah, I'm gonna get straight into this horror story shit, cause yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. If you couldn't tell by that, we not finna get straight into this shit. Nah, we finna get straight into it. Got your you thought I was finna start you thought I was finna start the video. Dick. Nah, we finna start this shit. Nah. Dig. Nah.
It was the summer of last year, and I was a broke college student. My parents were happy to help with paying for
college is such a fucking scam, bro. And every single one of these videos, every single one of these horror stories start with a college student. College is a scam, bro. I'm telling y'all right now. If you're not going to college to be a doctor, a nurse, the president of the fucking United States, just don't go, bro. The debt not even worth it, bro. You think you finna go over there to party? Your party's over once you get out, cause you get a mediocre ass job, and now you gotta pay for all those parties you just had, all that fun you just had for 4 years, or maybe more if you going for law or something. You gotta pay for all that shit now. Then you trying to get a house, a car. You got college. It's a scam, bro. The American dream only consists of scams. Big house, scam. You don't need no damn big house. Who the fuck you is? The Proud Family? The Simpsons? What the fuck did the Simpsons have to do with it? I thought they family was pretty big. What the fuck is a family? We're just gonna get
for the
into
education, but my university was in an urban and rather upscale area.
Type shit.
So despite the fact that most of my tuition was covered, I was still struggling to get by living costs. Food, clothes, and utilities were all very expensive.
Damn, nigga,
I worked
you got
long
the
and hard
down
hours at a local
bro?
coffee shop as a barista, but this was starting to interfere with my education. I majored in biotechnology, which was a very difficult and competitive field of study at my school. The classes I had to take were extremely difficult and time-consuming. Sometimes I would stay up for several days.
Oh, I'm lagging. Ain't no fucking way.
Consuming. Sometimes I would stay up for several
My
days
bad,
together
y'all.
in order to balance out studying, attending lectures, and going to
Fucking
work.
lagging.
But hey, someone had to pay for bus passes, and someone had to pay for my groceries.
Right.
I didn't want to have to sacrifice my grades and future
Bro,
career
get this shit on.
opportunities solely due to the fact that I needed money right now.
Type
The
shit.
worst part of all this was that I barely had a life of my own. With
I see where this going. You was broke, so you started OnlyFans. Get to the point. That's what most females do.
midterms coming up and finals a few weeks after that, hanging out with friends or just having fun in general really wasn't an option. I needed to make a lot of money fast and quick, something I could preferably do in the comfort of my own dorm.
So you did OnlyFans.
My mind immediately went to online jobs, but none of them seemed legitimate. Most of them required little time, but they obviously paid a little money. I asked an upperclassman friend of mine, and she suggested a couple things. At first, we were thinking of getting a sugar daddy, but that requires sometimes meeting those creepy old men in person, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But then my friend suggested
Send $15 so your transaction can go through. The sugar daddy shit is all the scam. Sugar mom, sugar dad, all that shit is a scam these days. Niggas get on their fucking phone, make an account name for Ernest Taylor, a old fucking black nigga that doesn't exist, and then I'm gonna send you $60 billion. Just send me $15 so the transaction can go through. When in Cash App ever have you? When has a nigga ever sent you money in Cash App and you had to send $15 fucking for the transaction to go through? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, nigga.
selling a bit more revealing
Bullshit.
photos of myself online. She claimed that she and many other people she knew had done it loads of times, and you don't even need to show your face or that much of your body. People just pay ridiculous amounts of money even for slightly lewd photos.
Which is true.
And considering that
You
my
niggas is
roommate had just
fiends.
moved out with her boyfriend,
Oh,
I
none of
figured
my
that this might be my
subscribers doing
best
that shit.
option.
Especially
I
her
had this
ugly
room
ass.
all to myself, and there
Yeah,
was
she
really
kinda
no
big,
harm in
though.
doing this at this
Never
point.
mind.
I immediately signed up as an OnlyFans creator. OnlyFans seem to be the most
big.
credible and popular of these types of websites. They
Mm,
also
true.
seem to be the safest and are very liberal with how much profit the creators get to keep. Pretty much every other girl on my campus has one in their Instagram bio anyway, so I figured there's really no harm in trying. And have too many other options anyways. It was a lot easier than I
College
thought
full
getting
of
started.
thoughts.
Rather young woman, and I considered myself to have a decent body. I saved up for a cheap but effective ring light off Amazon, and my smartphone had a good enough camera anyways.
Type
I
shit.
started out by taking a profile picture. Nothing above
Why
my
would you
chin
put
was
your
shown.
face in it?
It was me posing all cute with only my underwear on. I bought a promotion from a rather large Twitter page for my OnlyFans, and it seemed to be working. I had already gotten a few subscribers and fans. I wasn't in the top 1% or anything, but my initial investments in the light and promotion were all paid off within a few days. I
Damn.
even took the following week off of work. I eventually went ahead and took the next few weeks of work off. I wanted to study for my midterms, and at this point OnlyFans seemed to be paying the bills pretty well.
Oh,
My
yeah, she
audience seemed to be a
ballin'.
mixture of mostly men, both old and young. But one day, as I was messaging a few fans, I noticed a DM request with an unusually high payment amount. Sure, a lot of these guys had their own weird kinks and would pay a surprising amount of money just to see my feet sometimes, but this was even stranger. I got a direct message from someone with the username John_Doe, and he was willing to pay
I'm finna get this
$100
1-month
just
free
for a
trial,
photo of
bro.
me smiling.
Damn.
I initially thought he had added an extra zero by accident, so I messaged him back just to make sure that he resends the request with the right amount. But the man was serious. He wanted to see a photo of me smiling for $100. I took a selfie immediately and sent it to him. He paid the amount in full. He kept
Damn.
messaging back and forth. He wanted to see a video of my full body from the neck down. I did, and he paid about $50. He wanted to see a photo of my
Nigga gave you
hands, and I
100
sent
for
those to him
smiling
as
and
well.
50 for the
After
full
paying
body, his
unusually high
priorities
amounts
off.
for rather weird photos, he proceeded to ask rather deep and odd questions. Started with things like, how old are you and are you single? And transitioned to much creepier things like, how many partners have you had in the past? Are you living with family?
That's creepy.
Do you live
You on
alone?
OnlyFans.
Are you sexually active as of now?
Ain't no rules
I
to
got
this shit.
extremely weirded out by this, but I didn't want to be rude to the man. After all, he is a really big tipper. But eventually, the man started asking questions like, what STDs do I have? And at this point, I just quit the chat. I continued with
What?
my night and went to sleep not thinking much of
Alright,
it.
now he
There are
wildin'.
plenty of weirdos
no
online, and this
rules,
man
but
could have just been another one of them.
That shit gotta be
That
against
next
one of
day,
them.
I had just gotten home from class. The bus was a bit late, and so was I.
Right.
I opened up my laptop in order to start my night job, if you will, and noticed my OnlyFans had a series of unread messages from John_Doe. the same weirdo from last night. I was hesitant to open them at first, but I did. It was a series of manic, crazy messages. It started off with him offering large sums of money just to talk to me, and then
I will pay $1,000 for your feet. Bitch, answer me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why have you gone to sleep right now? I need you, baby. Please come back. I hate you, ho. I will murder you and do the photos myself. Alright, 2,000 for feet. Is it okay?
Then it transitioned to him getting very aggressive and making threats to track me down and attack me just because I ignored him.
Okay.
I had finally had enough. I reported the man to OnlyFans and blocked him. No amount of money was worth his attention, and I eventually just called it a night. I never heard back from John_Doe.
You sold. You fucking sold. 2,000 for feet. Yeah, you gonna have to come murder me for that. I ain't gonna lie. You bitch, you fucking sold.
The next few days,
2,000.
things went on considerably normal until one afternoon.
Bitch,
it was around 4 p.m.
For a couple toes?
And I was in my apartment.
I want to do this for real.
I was in the kitchen and I needed some fresh air, so I went outside my balcony to take a few deep breaths.
If she sees this nigga outside with a knife and a phone in his hand, everybody in this bitch owe me $1. And if it happened, I'm putting my cash tag in the comments.
But as I surveyed around the view, I noticed one of my neighbors on their balcony. This obviously wasn't particularly weird, but I noticed he was staring right at my building. It was an old man, looking at me in a somewhat intense or anxious manner. I waved to him as a friendly gesture, but received no reply. That's weird, I thought, but then things got even weirder. The man pulled out a pair of binoculars and stared at me, and then proceeded to scan up and down my building with his binoculars. I was extremely unsettled by this. It was like he was looking for someone. Could it be me? Why would this man be spying on me? I went back inside and tried.
Bitch, cause you put your face on the profile, the OnlyFans profile pic, but I'm gonna let Charlie Merce
to shake it off.
Why did she do that?
But then it hit me. John_Doe from the last night. Could this be the man leaving me those messages? Could that creepy OnlyFans man be living right across from me? I knew I didn't have any time to waste, and I immediately reported him to my building. My building security said that they talked to the man and couldn't find any significant enough evidence that the man was doing anything wrong. They even tried telling the police as well, but they dropped the case because, well, they had nothing to report on either. I was very irritated by this, but I never saw the man peeping at me anymore, so I figured he got the message.
Not that I...
But one day...
I don't watch my reaction videos. Don't think I'm faking this shit. But I know it's him because it wouldn't be a story if it wasn't him.
I was walking back from a grocery trip. I was only a couple blocks away from my apartment building, and it was mid-evening.
Fuck that.
It was getting a bit dark, but there were streetlights, and my apartment complex was in a rather nice area. Deep down, I knew this was a dumb decision to make, because I was a young woman, but hell, I just wanted some food.
And this is what I've been telling y'all, bro. My mom, my cousins, my baby cousins, I don't have no sisters, but I kind of had this one cousin that's kind of like my sister. None of them will walk home at night alone, ever. I'll be out there every time, every fucking time. Please, if you're a girl, if you're a woman, young ladies, young women, listen to me and listen to me good. This content for everybody. And this right here is especially for you. Don't be a Maya. Please, please don't be a Maya. When you go to the gas stations, keep a taser, pepper spray, or a gun in your purse and take the purse out of the car. When you walking home at night, don't be. Get a fucking car. I don't know how this bitch don't got a car. And if she don't got a car, I don't know why she even stepped out the house with these big ass shoes and these skinny ass pants with this big ass head, these uneven ass edges, and this fucking 1922 ass ponytail. Please don't be her, bro. Niggas is creeps. Niggas is weirdos. Niggas is goofies. Niggas is molesters. Niggas is weirdos. Niggas is goofies. Niggas is molesters. Niggas is creeps. Niggas is weirdos. Niggas is goofies. Niggas is molesters, bro. They don't play that shit. Like, I don't play that shit. Ladies, please don't do this. Please, at least keep a nigga with you. Because 9 times out of 10, if a nigga pulled up in a car and he wanted that girl and he put her in the trunk, he could, bro. Like, that's for almost every woman. You females think you don't need a man and you strong. I guarantee you, if a crackhead would somehow that had a car, or just a normal nigga with a car, wanted to grab you and put you in a truck, he could. Kill me about it, fight me. I know you're probably mad right now, like, hell no, I'm strong. A nigga ain't gon' That's bullshit, bro. A nigga is going to grab you. Don't do this shit, bro.
But as I was walking,
Just
I
be at
felt
home
watched. Got this weird sense that there were a pair of eyes
And this is about to be the perfect example of why you don't do this shit.
glued onto me as I was walking down the street. The stairs to my apartment building were only a few blocks away, but as I got more and more creeped out, the distance seemed to get longer and longer. Subtly surveyed my surroundings and noticed the old man across the street. Eyes locked onto me. I couldn't believe it. The man was back at it. I started trying to walk a little faster and heard footsteps behind me. The quicker my footsteps got, the quicker the old man's did as well.
Gotcha.
At this point, it was a speed walking race with the old man and I. At that point, I started sprinting. I wasn't the fastest runner in the world, but I was much younger than the man. I could hopefully outpace him.
That nigga fast.
Quickly darted around a corner and stood there and waited. I was behind a bus stop and essentially was hiding for my life at this point.
She stood and waited in the alley. Why didn't you keep running, bitch? This story gotta be
I knew
fake.
I had to try going directly to the police this time, but I needed to get to my apartment or to safety first. Who knew what this man would do to me, especially considering he was the one leaving those crazy messages on my OnlyFans. But to my surprise, a young man noticed me. "You okay, ma'am?" the man asked. The man was around my age, only a tad bit older maybe. He was casually dressed and quite good looking. "Yeah, it's just the man following you," he interrupted. I don't know what to do. I'm scared he'll step out and find me," I said. "Hey, don't worry. I can walk you to your apartment, if that makes you feel a bit better," the man said. I was a bit scared.
I notice in every horror story that I do, there's always a say, "Hey, fuck that nigga Mark, bro. If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. Fuck that nigga Mark, bro." But what I'm saying is, in every horror story I do, there's always like, you know what I'm saying? There's always a Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, where do these niggas come from that care that much about these people that's just making sure they get home safe? Maybe it's just because they're not black.
Sketched out at first, obviously, but I accepted the offer.
Helping my black
I was
ass
afraid
get
for my
home
life
safe.
at this
I'm
point, and any
toast.
help I could get was worth it. The man seemed like a gentleman, and he genuinely wanted to walk me to my apartment building. We chatted a bit about our lives as we were walking, and he didn't really say much about his. The young man went by Jay, and he seemed to be a really nice guy. But as we were getting to my apartment building, there was an old van in the driveway that was never usually there. I had no idea what this random new vehicle was doing in our neighborhood at that time of day, but I just focused on getting to my door. But that's when I heard yelling behind me. "Wait! Wait!" It was the old man from before, and he was running after me, trying to get my attention. But before I could even react or comprehend what was going on, I felt Jay's hand latch onto my shoulders. He threw me into the oddly placed van. I didn't even have time to scream or react. He slammed the door shut and quickly started driving off. I tried my hardest to scream for help and get out of the van, but the back had no windows or access to the front seat. It was all padded down with wooden panels. I couldn't believe it. Jay was John_Doe. Jay was the one following me. But what did that mean for the old man? My thought was interrupted by the van coming to a sudden halt. Jay quickly yanked open the back door. The look in his eyes were completely different from when he walked me home. He had this crazed look on his face, almost like he was a different person altogether. He yanked me out of the van after taping my mouth shut and blindfolding me. Jay was pretty tall, and I'm not exactly the strongest person in the world, so I couldn't even resist. He dragged me into a building. I had no idea where I was, and I was freaking out. As he left me in what seemed to be a basement, he started telling me all the awful things he'd do to me and how I shouldn't have ignored him on OnlyFans. He walked away, and I sat there for what could have been only a few minutes, but felt like hours. I had given up all hope. Was this really it? Was this how my life was gonna end? My entire life was flashing back before my eyes. But suddenly, I heard sirens outside. Could it really be the police? Was it just an ambulance or fire truck?
I'm speechless, bro. I don't
Passing
know what to
by.
say. Y'all can
Soon,
immerse though.
I heard a loud yelling and pounding on the front door, followed by, "Police search warrant. Step out with your hands above your head." There was a long, intense pause, followed by more commotion. After
bro, get this
several
shit out
minutes
my
of
way.
rustling and more yelling upstairs, My blindfold and tape were removed from my mouth. It was an officer. They took me to the police station and asked me some questions about Jay. I explained to them the entirety of the OnlyFans situation and showed them screenshots. It turns out the man was mentally ill but was somehow released from the asylum. I asked the police how they found me and they explained everything. It turns out the old man I suspected from before was actually trying to help me. According to the police, Jay had somehow managed to track my IP address through OnlyFans and found out where I lived. He happened to live pretty close by to me, and CCTV footage showed Jay coming to my apartment and analyzing my path home from the same van. The old man was looking through binoculars because he wanted to know why there was a random new vehicle in the neighborhood and what it was doing by my building.
Look at Ben Frank saving the day, bro. Ben Frank, my nigga, drop a, what emoji should we drop for this nigga? Bro, look at Benjamin Franklin coming straight home from signing the Declaration of Independence, and now he on the watch, bro. Look at my nigga, bro. Keep my nigga, bro.
It turns out he was following me that day in order to make sure I went home safe. He was very suspicious of Jay in the van. He was suspecting that Jay would somehow do something to me, but by the time he actually found out, it was too late. The old man was the one who got the van's plate number on camera and reported it to the police immediately. The police used traffic cameras and records in order to find out where the van was going and where it could end up. As soon as I got home, I explained to my friends what happened, and I deleted my entire OnlyFans account right after that. I soon went back to work at my cafe and tried to resume my normal life. It's been about a year since that happened, and the old man moved out since. He's now at a senior care center nearby, and while we rarely are in contact, we never ever mention Jay or the incident.
Man, go in that old people place they got my mans in. There's definitely gonna be a part 2 to this. Go to that old man home and buy my man Ben Frank some commissary, bro, or however it work over there, cause that nigga is the man, bro. See, bro. That's that stereotyping shit. As soon as you see a fat old nigga that kind of look weird, you think it's him. But whole time the culprit look like a Chris Hansen ass nigga. A Chris Hansen ass nigga, yes. Chris Hansen ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, drop a W in the comments for my nigga Ben Frank, man. That's what I'm fucking talking about, BF. Anyways, man, that's the end of this story. I'm gonna drop a part 2 to this shit someday, some year. Wait, how many, let me give y'all niggas a preview. How many, okay, that's all you get to see. Drop a W in the comments for my nigga Ben Frank. That nigga's the GOAT, man. He got a picture of the play. He tried to save, he saved the shorty. My nigga Ben Frank a straight, look at the look on his eye though when the plot twist of the century happened.
At that time of day, but I just focused on. Wait! It was the old man from before, and he was running after me, trying to get my attention. But before I could even react or comprehend what was going on, I felt Jay's hand latch onto my shoulders. He threw me into the oddly placed.
Look how she looked at him.
Heard yelling behind me. Wait! Wait! It was the old after me, trying to get my attention. But before I could even react or comprehend what was going on, like. I felt Jay's hand latch onto my shoulders. He.
Excuse me? Plot twist of the century, nigga. This. Shout out to my nigga Mort, man. Go subscribe to his YouTube. That shit. His stories be hard, bro. Go subscribe to my nigga Mort, man. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this vid, man. It's that Hellboy from 300. W's in the comments from my nigga Ben Frank. We out this bitch. Okay.